We have a new face to this week's Spotlight Music Series. We want to welcome singer-songwriter Irene Rose, and she has been to Nashville and she has come back, and it's all for the benefit of us here in the Low Country. She has changed her career from being not just a singer-songwriter, but working with children in a ministry. And Irene, I think that is so commendable and so wonderful that you are sharing your talents with our youth. You're a bright spirit and people just love you. So first and foremost, I want to learn a little bit more about your background as a singer-songwriter and your time in Nashville.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is an honor to be here. I did have a record deal on Music Row in Nashville. I worked with the former vice president of Sony, and it was everything I could have dreamed of. They put me up in a mansion, basically, in Brentwood. I worked downtown with incredible minds in the music industry. I saw live music every night. I played every day. I wrote songs for 5 hours a day. I taught music. It was what I had worked so long to get, and I'm so eternally grateful for that opportunity to hone my craft and to really get to write five hours a day for songwriting. That's an amazing opportunity. After about a year, they offered me an extension on my contract, and I just saw that the life I had wanted for so long and had worked so long to get really just wasn't fulfilling, because it was really just all about me. And I find if you have a platform and people listen to you, should really say things that make an impact and not just glorify yourself. So I chose to come home.
It sounds like it wasn't really a difficult decision for you. For a lot of people, they would contemplate, well, gee, do I really want to give all of this up? But you didn't really see it as giving anything up.
I thought as I was driving home, am I making the worst decision of my life? But I've not regretted it. I was cast on a reality show called The Young Bucks of Nashville, and it was really going to skyrocket my career. They were offering me more money than I had made an entire year to film one episode. And being a broke songwriter in Nashville, that was very attractive. But the producers told me to say, I don't have a plan B. My plan B is a Patsy Cline record, a shot of whiskey, and a pistol. And having been a children's minister, they were telling me to tell the world I would rather commit suicide than burn out as a star.
That's crazy.
I just said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change who I am. Thank you.
And it took a lot of integrity to make that choice, but you have now given your gift to children through your ministry. How did you decide to do this, and how do you do it?
Well, my mom was always telling me I should write for children. I had been a children's minister for years before I even went to Nashville, but I kind of was a little too prideful and thought, I write real songs. I don't write The Wheels on the Bus. Well, I'll tell you what, The Wheels on the Bus is a lot more popular than any song I've ever written. So, Wheels on the Bus, and people loved it.
Wow.
So I teach children, love your neighbor, be kind, tell the truth, anti-bullying. I dress up as different costume characters and do concerts and events, and just try to spread the truth through music.
That's wonderful. And do you still write music for adults?
I'm working with Chris Dodson, who I believe has been on the show.
Yes, we love him. Yeah.
And we're creating sync licensing pieces where we're trying to write for commercials, companies. We've written like a Peloton ad, a Bluebell ad, a Coke ad. I mean, they haven't been picked up yet, but we're hoping they will. So
that's wonderful. That's so smart. That's being very industrious.
Well, working on it. And I will write songs for companies. Like if they want me to speak for their corporate trainings or their ministry trainings, I'll write songs for specific people. Yeah, songwriter for hire. What you got? You need a custom song, Leyla?
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You'll be performing something for us here today. But are you going to be performing live? Do you still do that? And where can people find out more information about your kids' ministry?
Well, I had 30 shows booked this summer, but they're all, not happening.
Right.
So I have one virtual concert that will be coming out, I believe, the week of July 27th for the Charleston Library System. That will be on the Facebook page for Charleston County Libraries, I do believe. And that's pretty much what I have coming up. I did a virtual VBS on Sullivan's Island, and I'm doing virtual appearances for St. Philip's, their family camp. I'm available for virtual appearances if anybody needs it, but yeah, the library tour is what I have.
You heard it right here. Irene Rose. She's available, everybody. What are you going to be performing for us here today?
fishing song, and it's meant to be sung by a male, but it's just one of my favorite songs.
And what is it called again?
That's a Keeper.
That's a keeper. That's a keeper after this. Thank you so much, Irene.
Thank you. Well, I'll never forget when I was a kid. Daddy took me on my first fishing trip. Sunday, Saturday, out on the lake. 2 cans of Coke and a bag of Lay's. I was sitting there staring in wide-eyed wonder when I watched that red and white bobber go under. Daddy said, that's a good one, that's a keeper. Yeah, I reeled her in, hook, line, and sinker. That's a live one, don't throw it back. I've been sitting around waiting a long time for that. That's a take home to mama, good catch if I ever seen her. Yeah, that's a keeper. Whoa, yeah, that's a keeper. Well, I grew up slow with a fishing pole. I got so dang good, thought I'd go pro. Blonde ponytail, I got a Harvey shirt. Came in the Bass Pro Shop where I work. I got to talking to her about hooks and worms. When looking in her eyes, man, I swore I heard. That's a good one, that's a keeper. Yeah, I reeled her in, hook, line, and sinker. That's a live one, don't throw it back. I've been sitting around waiting a long time for that. That's a take home to mama, good catch if I ever seen her. Yeah, that's a keeper. Whoa, yeah, that's a keeper. Sunset at my fishing hole was all it took. Well, I might have caught her, but I'm the one who's hooked. 'Cause that's a good one, that's a keeper. Yeah, I reeled her in, hook, line, and sinker. That's a live one, don't throw it back. I've been sitting around waiting a long time for that. That's a take home to mama, good catch if I ever seen her. Yeah, that's a good one, that's a keeper. Yeah, I reeled her in, hook, line, and sinker. That's a live one, don't throw it back.